So yesterday what we did was just uh, okay, let me just give it a quick recap about yesterday. So this is our first project in the Atom text editor. All right, and if you haven't attended the yesterday meeting, then the very first thing to do inside your text editor, just hold. So about the text editor, if you want to start a new project, go to this file, okay, then add a project folder. After this, you have to select a folder in which you will going to keep all of your project related to all of this coding and web designing. So just create a folder inside your desktop, name it anything, webd or something like that, and then you have to select that folder. Okay, and I have already selected it. Then click on the folder, right click on it, add a new file. Okay, and give it any name you want, but just for now give it a name of index.html, right? And I have index.html, so I'm just naming it index1.html. Then you can see a new file will be here and it will be completely blank. So the very first thing in every HTML file, in every HTML code file which you have to do is just to get the default structure or the default code inside the HTML, just type HTML and it will auto suggest you that it is type of HTML, and this green arrow is suggesting that it will expand after you hit enter or press the tab button. And let's see what will happen. So this is the default code. You will be needing this in every HTML file. Okay, and let's just try to decode everything. So the first line is of the document type HTML. It will tell the browser about the current version of the HTML we are working with, and you can see here and here that the version is HTML5, the latest version. The next line is the HTML opening tag. So these all red color tags are the HTML tags. All right, and the starting tag will be inside a left arrow and a right arrow, and just in between them this is called HTML tags. And some of the HTML tag will also have their closing tag. So you can see this blue underline here, and it's the same as this. So when you click any of the tag, it will auto suggest you about uh, the remaining starting tag or the closing tag. So starting tag will only have uh, will start with the left arrow, then the name of the tag, and the closing tag will also contain a forward slash. So you can see here, and what it means that all of the coding that we are going to do will be the HTML or will be in the HTML. So this is the purpose of this HTML starting tag, and just up to this part here, this closing tag. So all of our coding will be inside these boxes, right? So this was about the HTML tag. Then about its attributes. So attributes are associated with the current tag or the particular tag we are using. So this is about the language. We'll be using English language, and this dir is the direction, which is LTR, means left to right. So just like uh, the default writing, so how we write in our textbooks or all of the content, so it will be from left to right direction. Okay, so the next thing is the head section, and the head section will contain metadata and the title. And metadata is associated with your content, what you are trying to add into your websites. So what is the metadata here we are talking about? So this is char set, which is character set, and the character set is set to UTF-8. And what is this UTF-8? It tells the browser about that all of the code that you are writing here is encoded using UTF-8 system. So basically it is nothing, it's just a universal collection of all of the characters, like all of the special characters, 0 to 9 numbers, capital A to Z letters, small a to Z letters, and some dollar, asterisk, bracket, percentage, pound, at the rate, exclamation, hyphen, and all of that symbols will be containing in this. So this is just all of the character sets. So we'll be adding inside our website, so no need to go any deeper in this. Now the next thing is the title here, and it will contain your website title. So you can see that I've added a title here called my first website, and again you can see here that my title is showing here in the tab bar of my browser. So this is all of the head section, right? And if I just remove, okay, I already removed that headings. Now if I just save and hit refresh on my this site, you can see we don't have anything in our body section. And why is that? Because you can see here our body section is totally blank. So this is the place where we'll be adding the contents inside our website, right? So that's about how to add how to open your new project inside the text editor, and we are currently working with Atom. And about the UTF-8, you can also see here that all of the characters will be encoding using the UTF-8 system, right? And also about the tag, our head section is closing just right here. You can see using this closing tag which has a forward slash. Now talking about the body, okay, before going to the body section, now uh, how to view your website on the browser. To do that, what you have to do, so this is our index.html file, right? So just right click on it, go to the copy full path, then it will copy the local path of your website. And then what you have to do, just copy that path into your browser search area, and you can see that our file is inside the C drive, then the users, then the username, then inside the desktop with a folder named webd, and it contains a index.html file. And even if you go to the that folder, it will containing only a single file, and with the browser extension you can see that it's showing me that it is a Chrome compatible file, right? So that's how you will create a new project. Now let's move further. So the only thing we did yesterday was about adding headings to our website. So there are 6 headings that you can add, and they will be from h1 to h6. So what's the difference? The difference is that the biggest heading possible only using HTML will be under h1 tag. And one more thing about this text editor, if you know exact name of the HTML tag, like we are talking about h1, and you can see that it will suggest us that this is heading 1. So this green arrow is showing again that it will expand by itself. So if I just press enter after that, you can see that it has done the remaining part by itself. It has opened a starting tag, then a closing tag, and just between these two tags is the place where we will add our content. So either you can just do like this, right? Or you can just type all of the things like h1 tag, then h1 closing tag, and then I have to go to the content, and then I have to write heading 1. So this is just a time saving feature, okay? And now if I go to my website, and now if I hit refresh, you can see that my heading 1 is now appearing, right? So it is coming from this line of code, this only line of code. So our body section only contains a single heading. Now let's just add another heading. So the smaller heading will be h2, so it is our second heading. Let's just add h3, third. Let's just add a last, the smallest heading, which is h6. And one more thing, while working with this, you can see this blue dot here, it shows us that your work has not been saved yet. So if you just go to your website and refresh, then nothing would appear here, because our work is now is not been saved. So you have to save every time when you make changes in your code. So just hit Ctrl plus S. Now that blue dot has now gone, and if you now refresh your website, you can see that there is the h1 heading, then h2, h3, and then the smallest heading possible, which is h6, right? So this was all about how to add headings to your website. So what we are trying to do is we are making our personal website just like this. Okay.
Yes,
And
even sir.
yes,
Sir, we cannot change font in our headings.
we will cover that later. Okay, we can do everything, but just we are studying about some basic HTML tags. And currently we are doing some essential tags. Okay, like how to add paragraphs, how to add anchor tags, link tags, order list. Okay. And remember, as I told you yesterday, that for all of the styling purposes, like to change font, to change its size, to change its color, to change its background color, so anything related to designs, we will be covering that in the CSS section, right? We are currently on the HTML section, and we will only use HTML for structuring our website. So just giving it a raw structure about what we want to add inside our website. We can though do all of these using the HTML, but then in the future it will be more complex because you will be mixing designing and structuring in the same code file, which is .html file. So it's better if we leave all of the designing purpose for the designing code file, which is cascading style sheet CSS. Okay. So what I was telling you. Okay, so what we are doing is we are making a just our say biodata website. So you can see this is a live website if you just go to this link. And what it contains is just a professor name. Okay, then he has some uh, it's department of the college, right? But it's in the, you can see that it's italicized. I will show you how to do that. Then a paragraph, then it has some links, then a horizontal line, then about books and some other features, research papers, and I think at the bottom, yes, some contact information. So this is what we are going to do in this lecture and upcoming lecture. So the very first thing is, you can see that it is a H1 heading. So let's just change it to anything and code along with me. Okay, if you are having your PC in front of you, then just do the all of these things by yourself and along with me. So now where is our website, right? So this is something similar to this, right? Now the next thing is a paragraph tag. So how to add a paragraph in our website? So for paragraph we will be using paragraph tag, and which is the p tag. So if you just type p here, you can see that it is suggesting me what I try to add inside my body. So whether it is a paragraph or some parameter, picture, preferred text, progress, anything else, so we go with the paragraph. So this is the starting and the ending tag of paragraph, and let's just add something inside this. So suppose you are founder and CTO of a company, right? So then company name here. Okay, now let's hit save, go to our website. Now if I hit refresh, you can see that a line which is a paragraph, so that's why its size is suitable, or you can say the default size like a paragraph, and it is smaller than your H1 heading and something similar to, I think, H4 or H5 heading, right? So that's how you will be adding paragraph in your uh, website. And one more thing, if you are seeing or attending this lecture in the Google Meets, then don't forget to rotate your phone, right, by 90 degrees, then it will be full screen. So I don't know, maybe you already did that. And you can also zoom into that if you think this code is so small for you. Okay, just double tap on your screen, then it will get zoom. So let's add one more paragraph just like here, and just about your position in the company, like anything. Let's see what happens here. So you can see that we have two paragraph right here, but the next thing is how to italicize your paragraph. You can see that these all have been written in the italic format. So about that, there is another tag to do that, which is called I tag. So if I just press I, you can see that it will auto suggest that I want to convert my paragraph into the italic one. So this is about the I tag. So how to use that to convert your paragraph into the italic one. So it's just simple. So what you have to do, you have to convert this paragraph into italicized format, right? So you have to put, and remember again, you have to put all of your content between the starting and the ending tag, whichever tag you want to use. So I want to make it italic, so I'm just adding a italic tag uh, to my paragraph here, and if I hit enter, so you can see that it's closing right here. So I have to move this content inside this italic tag. So let's just add a full stop here. Now let's see about our website. If I hit refresh, you can see that it's now changed to uh, italic format. And let's see what happens if I just remove this italic tag from inside and move it to outside. Okay, let me first just remove this so that you can see the outcome for now. So currently we have a paragraph tag, and now I'm adding that italic tag outside of my paragraph, right? So now let's see what happens if I hit refresh. So you can see that it is still working. So it's just a basic concept, like everything inside it I want to change it into the italic format, and what it is covering is there is just a paragraph tag which contains some line. Okay, so in this case it doesn't matter, right? But okay, so we are talking about the italic tag. So there is another one which is called emphasis tag, and which is em tag. So you can see that it is showing me emphasis. And what is the difference? First let me show you about its application. So let's just put it inside our paragraph tag and just move our content in between the starting and the end tag. I have saved it, and now if I refresh my site, you can see nothing has changed, right? The format is still the same. So why is that? It is because these both tags, the I tag or these em tag, which is italic or the emphasis tag, these both would do the same work for you, right? So basically their functionality is the same, which is they will convert your default paragraph into the italic one. So then why are these two different tags? So what is the reason? So the reason is just simple. So you can see that this em tag show me it is emphasis tag, so it will emphasize the content which is inside it. So it is just the theory part. So like when you see a book cover, so like the title cover of a book, so let's say that the heading contains the title of the book, then just at the below of the heading you may be seeing the author name, right? And then the author name is maybe in the italic format, so just like here. So this is the title, and then its designation about this. So it's just the definition. It will emphasize that all of the content here is you should put stress on that. So it's just about related content, right? So just emphasize on it, stress on it. So, and the italic one, it will just convert all of your content to the italic one. So you can see that this paragraph here, it is all converted to the italic one. And about the emphasis one, so if you want to give stress to a single word like the book, so you may use the emphasize tag, then it will look something odd, something different from the rest of the word. So in that case, it will provide a little bit of stress on that word. So basically what I'm trying to say is there is no difference in the functionality, it's just their definition. All right, so no need to go to that. And so about italic one, so let us just convert this line again to the italic, and you can see that I'm using the emphasize on the previous one and the italic tag in this one, but I don't uh, want any stress or anything just like that, because the functionality is same. So we don't go to that topic so deep. And now you can see that our paragraphs, both paragraphs have now turned into the italic one. So the next thing is, okay, there is no bold tag here, so let me just show you how to convert your words into the bold format. So that black thickening of the words, which is called bold. So how to do that? Now in this paragraph, I want to, okay, let's just increase the content. Say, okay, so I want to make the company name into a to change into a bold character, so then it will look something different from my rest of the paragraph, right? So how to do that? So the bold tag is called b tag, and if you just write b here, you can see that this is the bold tag, right? Now again, the content should be inside between the starting tag and the closing tag, right? So I don't need to add full stop inside it, it's up to you. So now if I hit save, go to my website, so this is the place where we have applied a bold tag. So if I refresh it now, you can see that it's now changed into a bold character, and only this part of the paragraph has now changed into a bold character and nothing else, right? So this is how you will be using tags inside another tags inside another tag. So it's just simple, the outer tag will apply to all of the content inside it, and then the subtags will be applying their properties to their contents, which is inside between their starting tags and the closing tags. And just like the I tag and the em tag, there is another one like bold tag and the strong tag, and there is only difference in their definition. So just like that, the emphasis tag will give stress to that content, so just like similarly we have a strong tag, so as its name suggests, it will again give some stress to your preferred content, preferred line to your website. So now if I hit refresh, okay, first let me save it. Now if I hit refresh, you can see nothing has changed, right? Because the functionality of both tag is the same. And if I just open my developer console using the inspect button or control plus shift plus I, so you can see that your company name is inside the strong tag. So currently that bold character is coming from this strong tag and not the B tag. So if I just change it to B, hit save, refresh my site, and expand it, just wait. So now you can see that this bold character is coming from B tag. So this is about the functionality. The functionality is same, it's just the difference in their definitions, right? So now we have covered the how to italicize your paragraphs, and you can also use the I tags inside your H1 headings, right? So you can convert them to just add that particular tag in between the in outside your heading, then it will be italicized. So next thing is about how to uh, okay, let's check from our website. So the next thing is, okay, let's just add a bigger paragraph to our website, so then it will look something like this. And okay, let's just add this address to using a paragraph tag. All right, so about adding some big paragraph, so because we are just structuring our website, so you may be thinking of just type some random characters, but it would take so much time. So like if you just hit save now and go to your website, so you can see that all of that is just only this much. So it is not sufficient, and it would also take so much time of you to just add some 4 to 5 paragraphs to your website. So what to do then? So there is a website called lorem ipsum. Okay, and what is this? It is just a generator website. So what it will do, it will generate the paragraphs based on your language. So you can see that there are so many languages here, right? And the default languages, I don't know what is the default language. So what you have to do, you just, okay, let me just share the link with you first. I'm sharing the link on the chat box, right? So what it means that if the meeting gets ended, then you won't be able to get that link after the meeting got ended. So remember to bookmark that particular link, okay, when you open it. So in such cases, because there will be so many websites we'll be using in the upcoming lectures, so just don't forget to bookmark any useful websites. So in this website, what you have to do, you can see here, you have to select how many paragraphs you want, or you can also select how many words, bytes, lists, anything, but we only need paragraphs, right? And then you have to just click on this button. So let's just, we only need one, but let's just go with two. So if you just click on it, then just hold, then you can see that we have two paragraphs, and then we can just copy it and paste it to our website. So I'm just using the first paragraph, so I just have to copy it and paste it in here. And now if I just go to my website, hit refresh, so you can see that we have a paragraph, and it will take so much less time to do that. So this is about the lorem ipsum website. And now we have a paragraph something like this, then another paragraph, and then we have a this horizontal line. So how to add a horizontal line, so we have discussed it in the yesterday's lecture. So what we have to do is just an hr tag, which is horizontal rule. So if I just type hr, you can see that this horizontal rule is we are going to use. Just press enter, and you can see that this tag does not require its closing tag. So if it is having a closing tag, then it would be something like left arrow forward slash name of the tag and then right arrow. But as I've already told you in the yesterday class, that not all of the HTML tags are self-closing tags. So what are self-closing tags? Self-closing tags are those tags which don't require closing tags, which are, you can see that this horizontal rule, then a line breaker which will add a space to your content, just a single line, then the image tag, you can see that these don't have any closing tag. Then I think list, okay, not list is not a self closing tag. So the link and input, you can see there is no closing tag for link, again no closing tag for input. So we will discuss all of these tags later. So just for now, we want to add a single horizontal rule to our website after this paragraph. So the order is important, right? So now just hit save, go to our website, hit refresh. So you can see that we have a line just similar to this, right? So now we are coming very close to this website. So now the only difference that we haven't studied yet is these links, right? So how to add these links. So any of this link, if you click here, then it will redirect you to another web page, right? So I think I have opened this link, so this foundation, then all of then the link to that foundation has now been added to this these three words or the name here. So how to add links to your website? So about that, these are called anchor tags, right? And the name is just, the tag name is just simple, which is a. So you can see that this will be suggesting that this is the anchor tag. So how to add a anchor tag to your website? So let's just change this here. So maybe it's about our past. So like, which school did you study in your childhood? So let's say it's DPS school, which is in Delhi, right? So now I want to add an anchor tag to this. So first we have to find about what is the address, the link address to that particular name where we will be adding our anchor tag. So let's just search if there is a DPS school in Delhi. So this is a website, I think. So let's just open it to search for. Okay, so this is a website of Delhi Public School in the RK Puram, and this is their address. So just copy it. So now we have the address. Now how to add that link to this word? Okay, and we don't actually have to add the whole link to the all of the address and something like this. As you can see here, the links are only for the particular name or some information, so that uh, when the user clicks on it, it will redirect the user to that particular link. So how to add that? So it's just simple, we have to use the anchor tag here. So let's just try it. So if I just open that tag, so you can see that it contains a starting tag, a attribute which is always will be in orange color in this text editor, which called href, and then the starting tag closes and then the closing tag. So what is this href is the reference, and where you will be providing the url or file path of the particular anchor tag. So this is the place inside these green double quotes where you will be adding the particular link, the particular reference or the particular URL to your selected anchor tag. So as I've already copied the link from the website, so I just have to paste it here, and now you can see that this is a HTTPS link, which is secured link, right? And this is the website path. And now again, the content should always be inside the tags, right? So just before the closing tag. Okay, so that's all, I think. So if I just hit save, go to my website, so where we have changed it, okay, we haven't refreshed after changing our school name. So let's just refresh it now, and you can see that our that particular paragraph tag has now changed its color from the default black one to the purple one. So this is coming from your browser settings, right? So this Chrome has all the tags as this purple or okay violet or purple color. So if I hover my mouse over them, you can see that at just below here you can see that the link where it will redirect me if I click on it. So let's just open this, and now you can see that it is showing me the same site just like this, based on the address that I have used using the href tag. So it is clear now how to use the anchor tags. Is there any doubt till now? Unmute yourself. I won't be seeing the chat box. Clear or not?
Sir, yesterday what you said we don't know, but suddenly you started some class. We can't understand some of topics. Actually, which website, which software?
Yes, it's because some of you guys have joined later. So about the software, I will again share that particular message. So how and where to download this text editor. Okay, so okay, let me just share it now. Just hold. So today we are not doing anything complex. Okay, so no need to go any deeper in this. Just understand this, and again, if there is any doubt you will face, you can ask in the WhatsApp group, right? And the Saturday and Sundays, the weekends are off, so there is enough time to go through all of this. And I will give you some small tasks to just so that all of the content, all of the discussions that we are done in these two lectures, so there won't be any doubt in this. So I will share the link to this text editor, and for now you don't need anything else, just this text editor. And make sure to make this Chrome browser as your default browser. We'll be using that later for so many purposes, so only Google Chrome. Okay, and if you are new, you are in today's lecture, so just understand what we are going through. So and I think you won't face any problem, and if you will face any problem in this, you can ask in the WhatsApp, right?
Okay, sir.
So up to this stage, that's why I repeated some of the yesterday's session. If is there any doubt in this, anything from the new students? One more thing about this emoji. So maybe you missed yesterday, like how to add emojis. So the shortest way to do that is just press your Windows key and a full stop, then it will show you some emojis, and then what you have to do is just select any of the emojis, right? So that's how you will be using emojis, and this tab section is containing your title. So now if I hit refresh, you can see that this emoji is now appearing here. So this is our very first lecture, so there is, I don't think there is anything else that I haven't discussed which we covered in yesterday's lecture. So moving to next. Okay, so we have added a link to our content. Now you can add links to your company name, so that if any user clicks on it, then it will redirect him or her to that particular company. And then based on your content, your address, so you can just add some links there, right? So next thing is, after this heading, you can see this is a heading, but not bigger as this heading. So why is that? Because this is not H1 heading, this is, I think, H3 heading. And if you want to go uh, to the developer, what we say, to the developer console inside the Chrome, what you have to do is just select the particular element, right click on it, and go to inspect, or control plus shift plus I. Then it will show you all of the coding that is required to bring out that output. And you can see that, okay, just hold where it is. So this is the heading, and if you want to see which heading is this, so you can see that it contains an anchor tag, right? But as you can see, it does not have that attribute which is href, so that's why it doesn't have the different color. So it doesn't have a URL, it's just they used anchor tag to just give a name, which is books. So about this, and the heading we are discussing is, you can see that this is an H3 heading, right? So that's how you can go deeper. And then you can see the default uh, CSS which is coming through the browser, like its displays block, its font size is this, margin property, font weight. So we will cover all that in the style sheet. You can see that this is the style sheet. So but for now we will only be studying the HTML. So about this heading, which is h3 heading, so we have to add an h3 heading after the horizontal rule. So h3 heading, and let's say I want to add a book's name here, right? Now let's hit refresh to our site, and now we get an h3 heading just like this. So after that, the next thing is you can see these dots here. So what are these and how we can achieve such styling in our website? So this is nothing, these are called list tags. So these are list items depending on this heading, like books and teaching. So the first book they have written is this. I don't know what is the name. Is this a name or this is the author name? Then it has some details related to that book, right? But this is another list. You can see that this is the completely black dot, and then this dot. Then the next book is this and some details upon this book. Then we have four list items, and these are unordered list because it doesn't contain series of numbers like 1 2 3 4. If it is so, then we call it ordered list, but these are unordered lists. So how to add unordered lists to a website? So let's change our heading to say hobbies, like, right? Now I want to add some unordered lists to my hobbies section. So for that we will be using ul tag, which is unordered list. So if I just write u and then l, so you can see that it's showing that this is the unordered list. Let's just hit enter. So now this is the place of the content, right, just in between the lists. But now how to add list items, like the first item, the second item, the third item? So for that we'll be using another tag which is called li, and it would be reading as list items. So if I just hit li, you can see that this is the list item. So for every single item you will be using this list item tag. So let's just add some hobbies into it. So this is the first list. Now let's add another one. Say, and again you can add some emojis, right? And if you want to search for some emojis, just search it here. So I have just inserted the game, then you can add that console here. And if I want to add some music emojis, just search here, and then you can add any emoji. No need to copy it from the Google or anything. So this, now we have added two list items inside our website which are unordered list. Remember, I will show you what is happening in our website. So let's just add some more list, like okay. So what we did here, we have added four list items which are unordered list. So let's just hit save. Now go to our website. Now hit refresh. You can see that by default it is aligning my list items different from other content. So you can see that all of these are in the same line. It is the default. You can see the browser settings, right, the margin properties and all. So we are using the list items, so that's why it's just making it to look different from the others. And you can see this is exactly the same unordered list, just like these, and these black dots you can see here inside our websites. So that's how you will be adding list items to your websites. But what about these items here, how to add this? So as you can see here, these are nothing but uh, sub list items, like nested list items, like a list items inside another list item which is inside a unordered list, right? So it's just simple. If you want to add sub list item or sub list item, then after this list, like if you want to name some of your favorite music here, then again, whether you want to add list item as order list or another list. So currently we are doing working with the another list, so let's just add another list here and then the list item, right? So now here you can add some of your favorite music names. So one is say get weird and another name, so anything Paris by James Curse, like. So let's see what happens here. So this is a website, this is a first list item, we have added a sub list inside this list here. So let's hit refresh, and now you can see that I have added a sub list to my particular list item, which is inside an another list. So this all are another list, and you can see that it's getting the same exactly the same response just like this website. So it also has a list item, then a sub list item, all right, and these all are another list. And now you can do all of the rest work, like if you want to add some links, if you want to italicize your contents, or like if you want to add some links to this song here, right? So you can do all of that. And okay, so this was about another list. So I don't think there is ordered list inside this website. So let's just do it by ourselves. So about the ordered lists, what is the difference is, let's just change it. So the order list will be OL tag, right? Order list, let me just show you. So this is OL tag is the order list, and don't forget to change inside your closing tag, because if you save now, you can see that it will throw you an error. This error is coming from this packages here, all right? So let's just change it to okay. So now what we did here, our all of that four list items have now changed to ordered list, but our that two sub list items, they are still unordered list. So let's see the difference. This is my website. Now if I hit refresh, you can see that all of that black dot has now converted to ordered lists, and it's by automatic that they have changed that the list items in the series, like the 1 2 3 4, right? But they haven't changed anything to our unordered list. So let's convert that to and see what happens. Okay, and now you can see that again for my particular list items, you can see that there that dot or that circle has now changed into the ordered one. So this is the difference between ordered lists and unordered lists. And like as always, if you want to go any deeper in a particular tag, what you have to do, just search for the tag. Like I want to search for OL tag, which is HTML, and then again if you want to narrow down your search, so we will be using MDN websites very much, so just add a MDN after that. And what is this? This is a website made by Mozilla, okay, and it contains all of the necessary informations about that particular tag. So if you want to go deeper into the image tag about all of these attributes, so you can see that they have contained all of the necessary information. So we did it all of this about the output, and this now about the attributes. So there are so many attributes, so like you can change the order by using a reverse attribute, like. And if you don't want to start your list items with 1 2 3 4, then you can use start attribute and assign your particular number. So let's just do it. So about the attributes, you can see that inside the same tag, if I just add a space, and it will auto suggest me all of the attributes related to that particular HTML element. So the reverse start, so I'm using the stat tag here, so I can just write it by myself, or if I just hit enter, it will open the next instruction for me. And if I just change it to say 6 and now hit refresh, go to my site, and now you can see that my list items are now starting with the number 6, then 7, 8, 9. Right. So for all of the deeper knowledge, what you have to do, just search the particular tag, then which code file it belongs, which is HTML, and then this is a website, so no need to go to any other website, which is mdn web docs. Just add mdn after that and it will contain all of the necessary informations. So about the attributes, we have used this start attribute, and this is the section which will be containing all of the attributes. And you can see that there are so many, well, it don't contain so many, there are just 3 to 4, but some of the tags will be containing so many attributes, so we can't go deeper into any attribute, right? We can just cover the basics and the essential things that we will be requiring in the future classes or in the future projects. So the next thing is the type which I want to discuss. So in just in case, like, if you developers don't like these order list, uh, like these number 1 2 3 4 5, so if you want to convert these numbers, okay, let me just remove the start attribute, convert these number to Roman numeral, like that first, second, third, fourth. So I have to change the type attribute, right? So you can see here, this is the type, and after hitting type, there are, I think, 5 types of different way of styling your that particular series. So if I just click on this I, which is the italicized or Roman numeral, and you can see the description here, that I value for type attribute, and if you click on it, then it will again, you can see that it again redirected you to that particular website, developer Mozilla. We were here, but this is the importance that I was talking about, so no need to go in any other website. So about that I attribute, it will just convert to lowercase Roman numerals. If you want uppercase, then just hit capital I, right? So let's see what happens to our website after hitting save and then after hitting refresh in our website. So now you can see that my ordered list series has now changed into the Roman numerals, which is first, second, third, fourth. I can do the same with this. I just have to change the attribute. And one more thing, you don't actually have to apply the default attribute. So you can see that if you change the type to the number 1, which is by default, so if you change it to 1 and hit save, then it will again reset its value to that particular default format. So for default purposes, you don't actually have to use that attribute, right? And then you can use the lowercase letters, then it would be like a b c d, okay, then uppercase for numerals. So that's how we will be adding order list or unordered list into our websites, just like this. So after that, another horizontal rule, another h3 heading, some unordered lists, then some more headings, some more unordered lists, and I think that's enough. There is nothing else in this website, right? And just at the bottom, you can add your contact information, right? Okay, so one more thing, one last thing about today's lecture, about, as you can see that we have used the anchor tags to redirect our user to a different website based on that particular anchor tag, okay. So in some website, you can see some of the website contains like go to the payment page or go to the sign up page, login page, then their home web page will gets loaded to a different web page which contains the payment page or the login page. So how they do that? So simply it's nothing. Currently you can see that it is our home page, right? It contains our title, our all of the necessary informations, our headings, right? So how to set a different HTML page into or inside your home page? So this is simple. You only have to use anchor tags. So for that contact information in this page, you can see here this it contains contact information, but we won't do it like this way. We will provide a different HTML page which will contain only the contact information, and then when the user clicks on the contact information, which would be an anchor tag, then it will redirect the user to a different web page which will only contain our contact information. So how to do that? It's just simple. We are talking about different HTML file, right? So we have to create another HTML file, and how to do that? Just simply inside that folder. Okay, if you see here, our folder contain only a single HTML file, right? So let's just add another HTML file, name it contact.html, and this .html is necessary, so just to for the extension purpose, so that our text editor will not throw any error after this. So after this, you can see that that folder now contains two HTML files, and we haven't added anything inside the contact page. So now let's just add a, I think h3 heading would be fine, saying contact details. Okay, and as I have told you that every HTML file will contain uh, the default your HTML boilerplate. So this is called HTML boilerplate. So whenever in every HTML file, when you start new project, you have to write HTML, then hit enter, and it will do the rest of the work for you. So this all is called HTML boilerplate. Okay, now for the different page, you have to set the title. So say this is my contact me page. Okay, no need to do anything else. Now inside the body, this is a place where you will be adding contents. So I want to add a h2 heading of contact me, and let's add some paragraph like contact number. Okay, another paragraph for say email, then some address. I'm just typing anything random, some pin code. Okay, so that's enough for now, but we have created a second HTML file, but we haven't linked this HTML file to our home page. So how to do that? So just as I've already told you that we'll be using anchor tag for that. So just we want our contact information at the end, so after these order lists. So let's just create an anchor tag, name it contact me. Okay, so I have hit saved. I haven't provided any path yet. So let's see what's the situation right now. So if I hit refresh, you can see that I have my anchor tag for contact me page right here. And if I click on it, nothing would happen. Why? Because we haven't provided any path to it. There is just a difference is this pound sign or this hash sign here. If I refresh it, okay, just remove it. So if I just click again on it, you can see this pound sign is coming. And why it is coming? Because we have we haven't changed the default URL here. So now how to set this page inside, how to set the address of this page inside this. So it is just simple. You have to provide the exact name of the file, the path inside this green double quotes. So you can see that currently they both are nested in the same folder, so we don't actually have to provide the name of the folder or any directory. So just we have to write the name exactly the same, which is contact.html. So I think it should work now. So if I hit refresh to my site, and now if I click on it, you can see that we are now moved to another HTML page which contains a different heading called contact me. It contains an h3 heading, then my contact number, my email, and my address, right? And if I just go back, this is my home page. If I This is my contact me page, this is my home page. Okay, so okay, one more thing about the path, let's just change it a little bit. So add a folder called contact html, and let's change our move our contact.html file inside that folder. So now what I'm trying to show is I have changed the path of this file. So if I again refresh my website, and now if I click on it, you can see it's saying that my file was not found. And why? Because the path is incorrect. So about the path, we have to check if it is in the same nested position or not. So you can see that my index.html file and my contact html folder are in the same nested position. So you can refer to this positioning here, right? So I have to provide first the folder name, which is contact html. Okay, I don't know about if the space will work here or not. Okay, let's check it later. Then inside this folder we contain our contact.html file. So for that I have to use a forward slash and then contact.html, the file name, and let's see if it works or not. So first refresh your website and now click on it. So it is working, right? So that's how you will be adding, or you will be adding the file path to your href section. And in the future, when you will having so many HTML files, so many CSS files, so many JavaScript files, different folder for different images, and different folder for some styling and anything else, then it would be very difficult for such cases. So that's why I am discussing it right here. So you will be using this href section or these content in between these double quotes to how to write the code, how to write the path here. So what you have to do, just check that if that particular file is inside the same nested position or nested path or not. If not, then first you have to select the particular folder which is in the same position. Then inside, to go to the particular file, use the forward slash and then the file name, and then it would be ready. So we have already extended our time, so that's all for today what we will be covering. And one more thing, inside this html file, if you want to add okay, this is the home. Inside this contact me file, if you want to add an anchor tag to your home file, so what you have to do, just use an anchor tag, give it a href of index.html file. Okay, so about going back, so how to go back? So currently we are here, so how to reach to index.html file, right? So for that we'll be using two full step to go back. Okay, we will discuss it later, so I don't think there is enough time for that. So let's just move it outside here, so don't need to go here, we will discuss that tomorrow. Okay, So about we are creating an anchor tag to our home page. So let's name it home, and then the path which is index.html for now. Let's hit save. Let's hit save here also. Okay, first the home page. Now this is contact me page, it is working. This is my home page, and these both are working. So that's how you can assign so many HTML files to your a single web page. Okay, so is there any doubt in this, any confusions up to this, uh, about all of this that we have discussed today? Is there any question? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay, so this is all for today. If there is any doubt, if there is no doubt, you can leave the meeting. And today is Friday, so our next lecture will be on Monday, right? So about the task, I will assign the particular task and share it inside your WhatsApp group, and I will also share the links to all of these website and the to how to down from where to download this text editor, so no need to worry about that. So about today's lecture, if there is any doubt, you can ask right now, and if there is nothing, you can leave the meeting. Thank you.
Sir, we record
What?
yesterday's recording.
Okay, so I haven't recorded anything yesterday because there wasn't any software available, but I have discussed everything that we did yesterday. If there is any doubt, you can ask on the WhatsApp. All right, so you won't need anything else about yesterday meeting, so I will share the task, and if you can achieve that task, that means you know everything what we discussed. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you can leave the meeting if there is no doubt.